Hey guys, you know what day it is. It's Tuesday and it's time to review the Queen's Supreme Court with the real Nicki Nicole. So Nicki Nicole is a young lady that Maddie met on Candy Coated Nights. I think she said about 7 years ago. Let's get into the visuals first. The young lady, Nicki Nicole, she was very sexy. What I liked about her was that she didn't seem to have on like, anything extravagant. She seemed to have on Fashion Nova. I'm telling you, ain't nobody spending money on clothes no more except for Beyonce, Rihanna. Shit, I don't know. Ain't nobody spending clothes on money no more, child. We in the goddamn, I don't know what you call this thing, but it's fucked up out here. It's fucked up. So, she had on like her breasts were out, and she had like this long little sexy like chain that came down between her boobs, and I was like, oh, she must have got them titties done or something, because you only know, the only time us women be trying to show them titties is when Maddie's hair looked beautiful. But the thing about Maddie that I did not like about her outfit was that it was like a turtleneck. And Maddie, you know us chubby girls, we can't wear no goddamn turtleneck, child. Because what happens is the turtleneck come right here and then our fat just peek out constantly. So I was seeing her chin fat. And I'm like, Maddie, I don't want to see your double chin. I want to see your titty. So anyway, let's get into the docket, right? The docket was, it was, I want to say it was pretty stiff, okay? And the reason why I say it is because Maddie really showed how biased she was, and her connection to Nicki Minaj really showed last night. They utilized certain words with Cardi B, like payola, saying things like that the record label or the artist pays the DJ to play their music, a certain number of times a day. That's nothing new. Cardi B is not doing anything new. I mean, like I said, as much as I love Beyonce forces her music down our throats. So how are we mad for Cardi B doing something that people have been doing for years? I mean, before there was satellite radio, they were just regular local radio stations, and all they did was play the same songs over and over again. So that's nothing new. Maddie also spoke about, where were the receipts where Nicki Minaj was talking about her child. From what I understand, she did not talk about her. She did not talk about her child. She just liked tweets. Okay, she didn't talk about a child, but it's semantics, okay? All right, you know that you didn't say it. You wouldn't say it, but you liked the tweet that did say it. That's backdoor cruddy shit to me, Then they spoke about her being at, I'm so sick of this story. It's almost cringy to me to keep talking about the same bullshit over and over again, where she was at Fashion Week and threw her shoe at Cardi B. Where Cardi B threw her shoe at Nicki Minaj. And I'm like, listen, I don't know if any of you all know, but them damn red bottoms be heavy as a mug, and if that thing was connected, she would have had some charges. I also told you all on previous situations, such as Tekashi 6ix9ine, I really do believe that those record labels pay those people to be ratchet, because they know that the regular machine to push artists is not enough anymore. So I believe that the record labels go to new young artists. I believe they prey on young artists, and they say, okay, we need you to do things so that you can stay in the limelight. And Cardi B and Tekashi 6ix9ine and a lot of those people, I believe, are just a part of that new being mad at her for being ratchet. People want her to be as ratchet as they can be because they want the person that's constantly trending to trend with their brand. Something else. They played a clip of when Nicki Minaj was like going off, and listen, no disrespect to Sagittarians. I told y'all be throwing rocks like a motherfucker and hiding your hand. And at the end of the day, you look around like, what did I do? What happened? What did I say? What happened? And y'all don't expect the repercussions to happen when y'all do crazy dumb shit. Nicki Minaj is not the only person to stop a bag. Divas, that's their behavior. That's what they do. They use their power to manipulate the system. So if Nicki Minaj is stopping people bags, she's not the first person to do it. Just as Cardi B is not the first person to utilize pay. Okay? And then let me end with this in regards to Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, right? Cardi B is doing great right now. The people love her right now. But let's not fake. Nicki Minaj has years in the game. Let's see if Cardi B can maintain 10, 15 years in. Then let's do a comparison. Because as of right now, there is no comparison. Then they talk about the Mary J versus Faith. Fake news. I don't know why they would do that. But see, I really need y'all to understand what the system is doing right now. They need bullshit, fake news, ratchet news to stay relevant. They need that. Let me tell you something. The only thing that would make Faith Evans and Mary J trend right now is if they smack each other. Serena Williams, they talked about that. They said that she was fined $17,000. And you know what? Every time I see Serena Williams clip when she's at the tournament, I said, ooh, Serena Williams turned full white woman on us, didn't she? Man, an apology right now. I wouldn't expect that from some girls from Compton. I wouldn't expect that from them, but yes. Them girls went full white woman, and I say them girls because they also showed, well, no, they didn't show a clip, but I saw the clip on the internet where Venus Williams was being chastised and penalized for the same thing that her sister Serena got penalized for. Child, they don't understand a black woman in that country. I mean, not that every time, you know, we need to raise our voice, but that wasn't the black woman voice. That wasn't my voice when I get upset. That was a rich white woman voice. So Tisha Campbell is saying that Dwayne Martin has money to pay her, you know, I guess for spousal support or child support, whatever it is, you know, because this man weighed $1,500 shirts. Let me tell you something, Tisha Campbell. Okay, you've been with that man a long time, and there has been cheating allegations throughout the way. But you know us Libras, when we enamored with a Leo, we turn our backs a lot to the bullshit. But let me tell you something, Tisha Campbell Martin. Okay, if you think for 1 second that man Dwayne Martin ain't got some bitches out there buying him shit, you confused. Then we get to Young Thug's arrest warrant for drug possession. Who's surprised? Nobody's surprised. Let's move on. We get to Nike and Kaepernick. Child, them white folks is mad, but guess what? When the stock dropped, it soared. When Nike made the decision to associate their brand with Colin Kaepernick, they're not stupid. You know why? Because they know that black folks will stand in line all night long for a pair of goddamn Nikes. So then we get to Zimmerman threatening Beyonce over Jay-Z's Trayvon Martin biopic. Child bang. Zimmerman don't want that smoke. He don't want that smoke. I ain't even gonna talk about that. So then let's get to the Bobby Brown biopic where Maddie put the casting director on the docket because she did not feel that they did a good job with Whitney Houston. In the part 1, I wasn't really feeling it. But by the time they got to part 2, when they started reenacting certain scenes from being Bobby Brown and certain scenes, I was convinced. You hear me? I was wholly convinced. Janet for a spell, you know, faking like she wasn't getting that Bobby D. It's okay, Janet. We forgive you if you got that Bobby D. You just need to write a book and talk about it. Because if that thing was as good as they portrayed it in the movie, I need you to talk about it, Janet. I need you to talk. So then we get to the Dallas cop that shot the dude from, I think he was from the Caribbean or from the West Indies, something like that. And come to find out, the neighbors confirmed that they were fucking. And that's all I got to say about story of Mac Miller. I'm going to say this about these young rappers. People get mad at me when I say that black folks culturally appropriate other races also. But this shiz where these young rappers are dying over drug overdoses, and I know that Mac Miller is white. I know that. But it is cool now to drink lean. These rappers are fighting so much depression right now because, you know, all of them say the same thing. I want to get the demons out of my head. I just, marijuana doesn't do it for me, so I have to do other drugs. You know, and when you think about it, when you think about the 70s and the 60s and things like that, dying over overdoses was never our thing. Okay, that wasn't what we did, you know. Black folks, we loved weed. I mean, I'm not saying that we ain't never stuck a needle in our arm. I ain't never stuck a needle in my arm, but I'm not saying that that wasn't something that didn't happen over the years, but it wasn't synonymous with us. Drug overdoses was synonymous with them goddamn white rappers. I mean, those white rockers, okay, not us. So, getting back to Mac Miller, he's just another example of what is indicative of the hip hop culture. Overdosing now. Y'all didn't let overdosing and drugs predict your future. Child bang. If it was me, I would be a rapper if I was younger and, you know, all that other shit. I would be a rapper and I would pretend like I was high every day. Okay? I would walk around here. Matter of fact, all I got to do is just not take any sinus medication, and I'd be walking around here bumping in the walls every day, and y'all motherfuckers would love me because y'all think I'm high. One got to go. Y'all know what it is. Put it below. Which one got to go? Y'all going to be mad at me when I tell y'all who I want to go, right? So we have Serena Johnson, right? Oh, my God. I can't even... she's an amazing singer. I think she was on R&B Divas for a while. But she is an amazing... Then we get to Sunshine Anderson. And you know, she's from back home, D.C. I think she's from either D.C. or Maryland, or DMV, somewhere. But, and then Vivian Green, and then Heather Headley. Y'all gonna be mad at me. Because I've never been a Vivian Green fan. I've never been a Heather Headley fan. The only two people I would say would be Serena Johnson and Sunshine Anderson. And to me, there's only one song that Sunshine Anderson have, and she's from back home, that I know. So y'all can, you know, keep all them other huzzies and just give me Selena. Because that bitch can sing. Remember this, the same people you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. Naysayers, my patron loves. Have a good one.